G'day folks, this is Tony aka Crypto Aussie here, back with another video, and today we're talking about Splassive. Now, I want to say up front, I am not invested in Splassive. I saw when this came out a couple of weeks ago and I had a bit of a look at it, and I didn't invest in it. I chose not to put any money in it, and there are a couple of reasons for that. Not going to go into that in any detail today though, but the reason I'm talking about it is because I do talk about drip and the drip garden quite a bit. And this is a fork of drip. And I know that there's a lot of people who are in drip who also got into Splassive. So I think it's relevant for the people who are on this channel. So I want to talk about it. And what we're looking at here is the chart, the price chart. And this is one ugly chart. You can see here, Splassive launched only a couple of weeks ago. It got up as high as $50. Then today, it just went boom, straight from 28 down to 3. So this has been a huge topic all over the crypto Twitter and all over crypto YouTube, Telegram groups, Discords, and so forth today. What happened to Splassive? So is it a rug pull? Has the developer cut and run? What's going on here? So I thought I'd put a video up just to try and shed a bit of light on that. Now, firstly, I don't think it's a rug. And the reason I don't think it's a rug is because normally when there's a rug pull, the liquidity would be completely drained. It would go to zero and there'd be nothing left. And the developer would just disappear. Now, what's happened here is most of the liquidity has disappeared. The price has gone down to $3.86, not to zero. But there's still, at this point, still about $1 million worth of liquidity left in there, which is a little unusual if it was a rug. And what's also happened is that the developer, known as Bitcoin Brown, has not disappeared, but has instead come out and given an update or an explanation on what has happened. So what Bitcoin Brown has said is, he's come out and said there was a bug in the contract that allowed people to manipulate airdrops. So essentially what's happened is that someone has caught onto this. They've manipulated it by building up by potentially, I think, airdropping themselves, and then decided to just sell the whole lot and take the price. And if you actually look at some of the contracts on the blockchain, I won't show them on here, but it's pretty consistent with that. There's a bunch of really big sales that come from one wallet, which is consistent with the narrative that Bitcoin Brown has come up with. Now, a couple of really interesting things out of this is, firstly, this was an audited project. They had an official audit performed by Rug Free Coins, and which they apparently paid a lot of money for, but this wasn't picked up. So that raises some real questions about Rug Free Coins in particular, but about audits in general. And it also raises the question about what happens now. According to Bitcoin Brown, they are going to relaunch it. They're going to fix the vulnerability and relaunch it, and everyone will either be able to restake their tokens, or there will be some type of snapshot and migration over to a new contract without the bug in it. So it sounds to me like Bitcoin Brown has said, right, I'm going to take responsibility for this. I'm going to do something about it. Whether this is savable or not, though, I think is still a big question. I think there's a lot of people who have been burnt by this. The money they've put in, they can't get out, and now it's worth far less. I don't know how they're going to replace the liquidity because that money is basically gone. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how this plays out over the next little while. Interestingly, too, while I was having a look around the site here, I went over to this tab here, the well, and I noticed this. So a couple of hours ago, the AVAX balance was about $1 million. Now it's $206. So I don't know what that means. Maybe it means that since putting out this explanation, the developer has decided to just rug the rest and go, cut his losses and run. Maybe it's part of the migration process. I haven't seen anything on that at the moment, but I would keep an eye on that for the next little while, because that's just gone essentially to zero now. So, and you look at the splash price here, it's less than a cent. So I would be keeping a pretty close eye on that over the next few hours, day or two. So my conclusion on this is that this price drop over here, this drop here that happened a few hours ago, I don't think it's a rug pull. I do think it's a vulnerability in the contract, though, that has caused some major issues. I'm very sorry that that has happened to the people who have invested in this. If that is you, then I hope they are able to sort this out and do something with it. But time will tell. But I think whether or not you are in Splassive, I think it's a really, really good reminder of the nature of the markets that we're playing in here. These are high risk markets. There are rug pulls, there are faulty contracts, which is what this one seems to be. There are contracts that work as designed but are hard to understand, so people don't understand what they're actually putting their money into. And just generally, it's an unregulated market. You've got to be really, really careful, and that's where I think, getting as much information as possible, doing your research, and making sure you make as well-informed decisions as possible is really, really important. I think what's happened with Splassive here is a perfect example of that. And look, I'm not saying that I am some sort of genius because I chose not to invest in this. I just got lucky, I think, and a lot of other people didn't. So, and I do feel for those people because, could just as easily have happened to me or anyone else, and it might still happen to me on the next one or the one after. But that is part of the risk we take. We get high rewards, really, really high returns in crypto, but it's high risk as well. So this is a good reminder of that good lesson, which of course is why it is incredibly important that you make responsible decisions, do your own research, and if appropriate, get advice from a trusted and qualified advisor, which is not me. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on the internet sharing my own personal experiences in crypto for your entertainment. All I'm trying to do is present the information that I have so that you can make your own informed decision. And that is why nothing in this video should be construed as any form of financial advice, nor should anything in this video be construed as a recommendation to invest or not to invest in anything. It's completely up to you. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and make sure you also hit the subscribe button to be notified every time a new video comes up. You can also join my free email list. That's where I provide more regular commentary, tips, information, and offers related to building wealth and generating passive income with crypto, and often stuff that's not on my YouTube channel. So if you're serious about your crypto investment journey, I would strongly recommend joining the email list. The link is in the description. And if you want to take it to the next level beyond that, you might be interested in joining the Sat Stackers Mastermind. In there, you can get access to everything from over-the-shoulder tutorials showing you how to do just about anything in crypto, to access to exclusive investment opportunities brought to the group by our more experienced and well-connected members, all of whom are in there every day dropping serious alpha. It's also a close-knit, super active, and extremely supportive community of people. And in fact, those guys have had a massive positive impact on my own crypto journey so far, and I would never have gotten this far without them. So if that sounds cool to you, the link for that is also in the description. Or hit me up in the comments if you want more info. And finally, if you want to check out the project that Splassive was based on and that has been around a lot longer and hasn't been exploited like this one has, then make sure to check this video out. And we'll see you next time.